Yo, what's up everybody? Andrew Mahone here, back with another product review video. Today I am reviewing these super sick Dragon Shield gold matte sleeves. I am so unbelievably stoked for these. I cannot express enough how excited I am about the gold matte version of these Dragon Shields. I use Dragon Shield matte sleeves for all of my old decks that I can. I really prefer these sleeves for preserving cards and keeping them in good shape. And since a lot of my old decks are worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and those cards are old, I mean, a lot of them are 10, 15, 20 years old, and they are not getting printed anymore. So I want a sleeve that is durable, that is going to last a long time, a sleeve that is going to protect the cards, and that is not going to be tearing very easily. So I find that Dragon Shields are perfect for those. I prefer the matte sleeves to the glossy sleeves, and I'll talk about that a little bit in this review. And gold is my absolute favorite color of sleeve, and the color on these looks astonishing. It is amazing. Gold has been my favorite sleeve color for a long time, but I have not had a sleeve that comes in gold that I have preferred using so far. They don't make gold Ultra Pro mats. Those are my other favorite sleeves, and Dragon Shield mats coming in a gold color just is fantastic. I'm gonna have to totally buy these out so that I can put all of my old decks in gold matte sleeves, that or black. I feel like black and gold would be sick colors for my old decks to be in, but either way, let's get right down to it. These Dragon Shield matte packs retail for about $10 for 100 sleeves, which is a little bit on the expensive side if you compare that to Ultra Pro. Ultra Pro is about $3 for 50, so times 2, you're paying about $6 to $7 for 100. Dragon Shield is a nicer sleeve though. These will go the distance, they can last a long time, and they are nicer so that if you use them over an extended period of time and they get a little grimy eventually, they're so nice that you can actually clean them off. So they are pretty sick for that. Before I get these cracking though, I want to also talk about this ultra amazing playmat that I happen to be sitting on. We are going to be doing this as a limited release for the Darium's main channel. So if you are interested in getting this playmat, and it's going to be limited edition, signed by every single person that you see here on that mat, that is including Dan, including the long lost Dan, who's out on the West Coast working for Magic. We're going to get the mat shipped out to Dan, then he's going to ship them all to us, and then I'm going to sign it. Mikey, Wifey, Darium, and Aaron are all going to sign this mat. So this is going to be a limited release. You're only going to be able to get it for a limited amount of time through Dariums.com. Let's go ahead and get to cracking these Dragon Shields. I have decided I'm going to be putting them on my Haymaker deck. The Haymaker is one of my most favorite decks to have ever existed. I love it. This is the base jungle Haymaker, and the Haymaker mirror is just one of my favorite matchups to play of all time. And look at the beautiful color of those. Oh my gosh. They shine. They are matte though. They're not too glossy. They look beautiful, and I'm sure they are going to look absolutely fantastic on this Haymaker deck. So I'm going to go ahead, get this sleeved up real quick, and then let you guys know how it feels. Got the Dragon Shields all sleeved up. The deck is ready to go, and as I start overhanding here, it feels pretty good. I mean, the sleeves feel sturdy. My cards feel protected. Now, it is a lot of plastic, and that is probably like one of my only complaints about Dragon Shields, is that it makes the deck a little thicker to handle than you might be used to with a set of Ultra Pro mats or something like that. But that being said, this does feel like a sturdy deck for sure. My cards feel safe inside. I'm not really worried about them as I overhand, and the sleeve is super durable as well. You can expect out of a pair of Dragon Shields that the corners will stay pretty preserved. I don't really get too much splitting going on or anything like that. Every once in a while you'll get maybe a little something like that, but that'll happen to like most of the sleeves, so it's not really an issue. So let's try some riffling as well. I don't really like to riffle my old decks so much because I like to keep them in as good a shape as I can, but the riffle feels great. The thumb feels like it's got plenty to grip onto as it comes across the corners of the sleeve. A great riffling sleeve. I actually prefer to riffle my Dragon Shields over overhanding just because it does create an easier shuffle for me than mashing. Riffling these feels excellent. Now, I hope that as I continue to play with these over the course of the weekend, I plan on playing some Haymaker mirrors with my friends this weekend, so should be a good time had by all. But I will check back after those games over the weekend and let you all know how the sleeves have aged with maybe a few days worth of games in them. We'll also just spend some time shuffling the deck around my apartment in my free time just to get some more wear and tear and use out of these sleeves and see how they look after maybe a few hours of play, maybe the amount of play that you could expect over the course of a tournament. But I am just so stoked on the appearance of these sleeves. They look beautiful. They feel great. This has got to be my favorite gold sleeve ever produced. So I'll let you guys know how the review ends up after I've spent some time with these sleeves. Definitely stoked on them. They look amazing so far, so stay tuned. All right, so I put some time into testing these gold Dragon Shield mats, and the verdict is that I love them. These sleeves have held up beautifully over the last couple weeks that I have been playing with them. Hopefully you got to catch them in action. Played with them during one of the Haymaker mirror matches that I posted on the competitive channel maybe last week, but they have held up beautifully. As you can see, there are very minimal dinging of the corners, and I shuffle extremely heavy-handedly, and these corners have held up very nice over the couple of weeks that I have been shuffling them. Almost very little, if any, noticeable dings in them, and I, like I said, am extremely heavy-handed, so that is held up very well. Notice there is no grime on the pictures as well. Like, these look good. They're not sticking too much. The shuffle is still very smooth and comfortable. I definitely like these, and I just feel safe with my cards in these Dragon Shield mats. They shuffle beautifully. They protect the cards. I got a buddy of mine, Sean, who says, when you get a nice rare card, I asked him, what is your method for preserving the card? Do you put it in a soft sleeve? Do you put it in a perfect fit? How do you preserve the card the best? And he's like, just put it in a Dragon Shield, man. And I have to agree with him. I love that it gives just enough space around the edge of the card so it doesn't really wear the edgings off of your cards either. They don't fit too tight. They don't fit too loose. The fit is just right and gives plenty of plastic around the edge of the card in order to protect it from kind of the normal wear and tear of shuffling. When I'm playing with cards, especially these old decks that are almost 20 years old, older than maybe a lot of my viewers, I definitely feel comfortable and confident with the matte Dragon Shields for protecting them. If we take a look at the backs of the sleeves, I mean, we don't have hardly any of, dings, fingernail marks, anything like that. Every once in a while, you might get a kind of, caved in corner like that. I shuffle very heavy handedly though, but that is like normal wear and tear on sleeves. After all, these sleeves are not made of titanium. They are made of plastic. So, I mean, we can't expect pure perfection on those corners. Like I said, I shuffle very heavy handedly as well, but they aren't by any means marked. I mean, that is just normal wear and tear of sleeves and will happen over time. Definitely trust these things to put in, a solid amount of work. And like I said previously, if these get dirty, I even feel confident enough that you could take a little bit of Windex, put it on the end of a paper towel, and scrub some of the grime off if you want to preserve them for even longer. They are such nice sleeves that they are worth cleaning for. So I definitely give the Dragon Shield matte sleeves a 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. They are not my tournament sleeve of choice. I prefer something a little more quick on the shuffle. I prefer something that glides a little bit easier. That definitely, is a faster shuffle for the sleeve. But if you're a collector, like to keep your decks nice, if you prefer the longevity of sleeves over maybe the speed of your shuffle, then Dragon Shields are unmatched in their quality and definitely have to give them a high rating. I know plenty of my competitive friends prefer to play in Dragon Shields as well for their tournament sleeves, so I have to give them good marks for tournament use as well, even though I don't prefer them personally for my own tournament use. But I mean, who knows? Maybe with time that opinion will change. So thank you all so much for watching my sleeve review of these Dragon Shield mats. Make sure to check out the sweet, oh my gosh, this playmat. That's right, we're selling it, and it is on sale right now on Dariums.com. You can go check that out. We are only having this on sale for like one more week. So Dariums.com is the place to get it. It's like $25 if you want to get the sweet playmat signed by all of us, even Dan, who is out on the West Coast. So check out Dariums.com if you're interested in that. If you want to check out any of the Mahone merch, you can check that out in my Etsy store in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you are all as stoked for Forbidden Light as I am. Make sure you have a nice weekend. Peace.